man, my hair look hella crazy. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Sippin and Trippin. Episode number 43 for Trey. Man, here we go again. Oh, y'all better not be talking about my damn Wi-Fi. I have nothing else turned on. I'm just trying to get myself together again. So just give me a moment. I will get it together to man, we got a lot to talk about. A little bit, a lot, I don't know. This hair of mine is not working with me today. It was hella busy. It's been hella busy because, as you know, Easter is coming on this Sunday. So, man, these ladies have been in here popping in, trying to get their hair done, get it together, get it right. Apparently, I can't, even for the show. Let's see if we can tuck that in a little bit. Whatever. I honestly, the kind of day I'm having, look, I'm here. I got a bra on. We all good, right? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about a few things. My trip to Kansas City, which was long. It's like short and long at the same time. Oh, there's been a lot of things going on, but I had one hell of a freaking week last week. It was so long. So I decided to take this trip. Took my mom to see some family down in Wichita, Kansas. So she had a great time there. So it's kind of killing two birds with one stone. The kids had spring break last week. I know a lot of people out in Chicago are having it this week. Um, so I decided to take my kids to Kansas City, Missouri. So we actually, so we kind of like did a two for one, right? I took my mother to see her family. She had a great time, and then I spent some time with my boys, just me and my boys, down in Kansas City. Which I mean, I was very surprised at what Kansas City. I thought Kansas City was gonna be flat. It was not. We was up and down, up and walking. We was in the downtown area. We were walking. I'm sorry. There's one piece of hair that just wanted to stick out. We're gonna try to curl it in with the rest of it, but then my grays are gonna show. All right, I think we got it together now. Yeah, I thought Kansas City was gonna be flat. Hell, this motherfucker. I don't know if it's like in a quarry or what, but it was like we were either walking up, we was walking down, we was walking up, we was walking down. But I decided to go, and we had a great time. Actually, I ended up. So I know I had mentioned this. I put this in my notes. So like everybody knows Airbnbs or Verbal, right? Where you can rent somebody's home, apartment, condo, whatever, room, instead of a hotel. So I was looking at the hotel prices and then I also looked at the Airbnbs and I decided to go Airbnb route. So I did rent an Airbnb. But I also was looking for a vehicle because I was not about to drive my own vehicle because then we would have got stranded. Or my OGs because that was it's an old car too. So I decided to rent a car. So I'm looking on Expedia or whatever. And I so happened to come across this website called Turo, Turo, where you can rent somebody's vehicle just like you rent from Enterprise or whatever. Um, oops. So I was pleasantly surprised, which actually worked out better for me because the prices were cheaper. I ended up renting a 2020 Honda SRV, unlimited miles. So they didn't have no stipulations of how many miles. Because some of them will tell you no more than 500 or it's this much per mile. Or you can't take it out of the state of Illinois. Or you can only take it to like the surrounding states, like maybe Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Iowa or something. But this one was unlimited. And when I tell you it was like with the fees and everything, it was like 180. So if you're ever looking for a vehicle to rent, you might want to check out that website because they had a lot. You know what? I was surprised. They had like a lot of Teslas, which I did not get a Tesla. But I was like, I mean, they had your BMWs and all these little expensive cars. So if y'all want to stunt for a day, you might want to look on that website. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, we had a nice little car. It had good mileage and it was unlimited. I made sure to read all the fine print and everything, and there was no stipulation. So, bam. Now, stupid me, right? Because we had taken this trip to Wichita, Kansas, maybe 8, 10 years ago. And at that time, my ex was driving, did all the driving. So I remember that we had did this trip, I thought in like 8.5, 9 hours. So I was like, okay, so I just Googled from here to Kansas City. I'm like, oh, it's only 7.5 hours. So I just got to drive an extra hour, hour and a half to go drop off my OG and then double back to come back to Kansas City, which I was wrong. Turned out to be Kansas City and Wichita are 3 hours away from each other. So not only did I have to drive those extra 3 hours and then double back to come back, but we did it. Then, so I decided because down in Kansas City, this not this past weekend, but the previous weekend, they had the Midwest March Madness conferences or tournament, whatever, going on. I'm not a big basketball fan or watch college basketball, so I might get some of this terminology wrong, whatever. But I was like, you know what? We coming down there. We arrived on a Sunday. Turns out that they ended up having what do they call it? The Elite Eight in basketball or whatever. So I decided to buy my children or take us to the game because they had an evening session, which I know on the tickets or whatever, it's at 6 p.m., but to be determined because they were still playing Friday, right? So on the way, granted that, hold on, I didn't consider myself to be a driver. And my mother's gonna hate when I tell her this, when I tell you guys this story. So we're driving. I ended up falling asleep Saturday evening, afternoon, evening, about 9, maybe 9:30, just so I can get some sleep because I wanted to leave really early in the morning because I, unlike some other people, I am a better nighttime driver than I am a daytime driver. I don't know. The sun makes me like sleepy, it hypnotizes me, whatever. I'm just not a good long distance driver during the day. In the nighttime, no problem. I'm like a vampire or some shit, right? So we decided to leave like between midnight and 2, which of course we left at 2. So I literally slept from like 9:30 to about midnight, and then I got up and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's just get on the road. They was all up still and doing whatever. So we packed up the car. We're on our way. We're driving. Drive, 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 drive. Granted that I'm on 2.5 hours. So we going, and then my Google decided to say, hey, bling, we found a faster route for you. Never accept those we found a faster route for you because the motherfucker ended up taking me in the boonies somewhere out west, like west of Springfield before you get to Missouri. Look, I was taking Route S and route number fucking U, and I don't know, but we were in the middle of a fucking cornfield. I'm like, oh my god, I'm tired. I'm on like 4 Red Bulls right now, or Monsters or whatever I was drinking. And then we finally got onto another highway. But then I kept having to go through all these little towns, like speed up to 55, slow down to 35, speed up to 55, slow down to 35. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways, so we driving, right? We driving. And on the way, I tell my son, you know what? How about you look up to see what time that basketball game is tonight? Because I know it was a to be determined. And I was thinking like maybe it'll be like 7 o'clock. So it took literally from the time we left our house to get down to Wichita, Kansas. It was estimated about 10 to 10.5 hours. And I did not know this about Google Maps or whatever, that the time that it tells you, it estimates it by the speed that you're going, not by the speed limit. So it's like I kept kind of like, oh, we can beat that, not knowing that it was guesstimating how I was driving. And down there, it goes up to like if you're on the highway, it goes the speed limit is like 75. But anyways, so we're driving. It's coming to it's like 9 in the morning, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so I think it's like 9 in the morning. when I thought about this, and I said, son, can you look up what time this basketball game's going to start? I was thinking maybe 7-ish, 6-ish, something. That damn game started at 4:05. I'm looking, I think we were just passing Kansas City at this time when I found out this information. And I'm like, man, yo, it's like 9:30. It's still telling me I still got 3 hours to get to Wichita, which will make me there at about 12:30, not including any pee stops I had to do because I know a bitch got to pee. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm tired. So I'm like, damn. I the game started at 4:05, so literally I had to go drop off my mama, like boot her out the car to just drive back. I was planning to like sit down, use the bathroom, maybe eat a little something, maybe take a nap. That did not happen. Well, I did take a nap. So story time. So I'm driving, and then now it's like 2 hours, right? I still got 2 hours to go. And I'm like, man, I'm tired. My hands are cramping. I couldn't figure out because it's a fucking new car how to do the cruise control. So I'm steady. I'm pushing on this damn pedal these 9 hours I've been driving already, or 8 hours or whatever. So it's 2 hours. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm not gonna be able to drive these 2 hours, drop her off, and then drive back another 3 hours to Kansas City. It's not. I can't do it. I don't shit. I don't care. You're gonna give me a kilo of cocaine. I was not gonna make it. So I looked at my OG who was sitting next to me, and I tell her, Ma, can you drive? Like, my mom's not like, I don't want to say she can't drive, but she just prefers not to, especially when we're somewhere else that she doesn't know. But I was like, look, can you drive like an hour? I'll jump in the back seat. Let me take a nap so that by the time we get there, I can drop you off and I have a little rest to drive back. She goes, yeah, I can do it. An hour? Sure. I go, I'll have Mo come up in the front. He can help you with the GPS to get you where you need to go. Like, you'll be okay. Just one. And literally, I call him my uncle. So my uncle that we went to go visit, he was like really close to the highway. So you didn't even have to drive too far into the city or whatever. So I tell her this at the 2 hour mark. We got 2 hours left to go. Driving. My hands are crampy. I'm holding the steering wheel. My eyes hurt because the sun's coming out. I'm like, oh. So as soon as I tell her this shit, she's sitting in the passenger side. She's snoring away. And I'm like, Ma, like, so I'm letting her sleep because I'm like, I need you in about an hour. I wanted to give her the wheel then, but I was like, I just need you. I just need an hour. I just need 30 minutes. I need something to sleep. So we driving. Then we get on this turnpike. There's like no exits. There's no, like, apparently there were bathrooms, but I was so tired and delirious that I wasn't even noticing them. But anyways, so the whole hour she's just knocked out, and I'm like, how is it that I'm telling you to drive and you just fall asleep on me? Like, I'm not even be comfortable to like jump in the back seat. Well, like, how do I tell you you're gonna drive and then you just so anyways, so I ended up finding the gas station. We went to use the bathroom. I'm at this point, I'm out. I'm done. So I'm like, are you okay to drive? Like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, because I got to the gas station. I woke everybody up. Everybody get up. Everybody got to move around and use the bathroom or whatever because I'm not stopping. So she finally gets behind the wheel. I knocked the fuck out. I woke up. I think it was like 45 minutes. I literally woke up right when we got to his door. And I felt bad, but I dropped her. I didn't even turn the car off. I literally opened the trunk, grabbed her bag, brought it to the door. They came out, said my highs and goodbye, said my hellos, used the bathroom, got literally back in the car, got back on the highway to drive back the 3 hours. Man, there was another monster drink there. But we did make it. I'm rushing 3 hours back to Kansas City. Luckily, there was no traffic. Thank you, Jesus. And we ended up getting, so the Airbnb that I did get was in the downtown area, and they actually had this like little street trolley electric train bus looking thing that was like right next in front of the building that literally just took you up and down the downtown area. I guess like out here in Chicago, it would literally take you like maybe down, up and down Michigan. And I know I think Chicago has like a trolley that'll take you to certain destinations in the downtown area. So that's kind of what this did. But it was like a train bus thing, whatever. But anyways, we jumped on there. We went, we grabbed our stuff, we made it back to the Airbnb, checked, got our key, whatever at 3:35. The game starts at 4:05. We had enough time to like use the bathroom, brush our teeth, wash our face. I didn't even get the shower, so I was feeling hella dirty, but whatever. And then get downstairs to jump on this train thing looking thing. It took us two stops over. We walked the block and bam, we was on location at the basketball game. So it was actually that Texas and Miami game, which at first, the kids were like, "Oh man, this is so cool." Ooh, I don't know. Do they have those college basketball games out here in Chicago? Or are they like only in these like rural fucking areas? Because I don't remember them ever having March Madness out here in Chicago. But again, I don't follow basketball or none of that shit. So I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. Um, but yeah, so we went to the game. They thought it was awesome, whatever. Do you know? Yeah, they've come here before. Okay, I beats the hell out of me. So looking at the audience that was there at the game, it was mostly Texas fans. Very few Miami. I mean, there were some Miami people there, but mostly all Texas doing this shit, whatever the fuck. I'm like, ooh, they gang over here. But so we go, we're enjoying the game, and at this point, we're watching the first quarter, then halftime comes around, and Texas is up by like 13 points at some point. And do you know, my damn children? I'm gonna take a drink to that one first. My boys, I love my boys. Lord, I love my boys. Do you know that this little 7-year old child of mine said, "Mom, why are we watching men basketball? Why didn't you buy tickets for women's basketball?" I was like, what? Motherfucker, I sat here and thought I was being thoughtful because we were just talking about, I guess the men's whatever basketball game was at 4 o'clock because I guess they were having a women's tournament, whatever game at 7. So he was like, "Why didn't you buy a women's basketball?" I said, "Well, I'm sorry, son. I did not know you would want to watch women's basketball." And here come my 17-year-old, my man, high five. They over here high fiving and shit. I was like, "Well, you know what, kids, boys? Next time I know better. So I won't buy you men's basketball. I'll buy you women's college basketball." So now instead of taking them to the Chicago Bulls, I'm gonna take them to what is that Chicago Sky game and let them enjoy that shit, motherfuckers. But I was like, but at the end of the day, which was a great game towards the second half, right? Because if you guys didn't watch it or whatever, Miami ended up coming back. What does it say? Them boys trying to see Angel Reese. Haha. Hey, yo. I don't know who was playing the women's basketball after we left or whatever. I don't know who was trying to play or not. Or again, I don't follow this shit. But I just found that funny that this 7-year-old was like, "Why didn't you buy women's?" I mean, but he said that shit so serious, like without knowing. And I'm just like, well, at least I don't have to question his sexuality. I know where it's going. But so yeah, no, the last I want to say maybe the last 5 minutes of the game, because my oldest son, he's just like, "Yeah, we're here. It was cool for like 2 seconds," and then he's on his phone, taking little pictures, whatever. I'm like, "Hey, we here." Woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, he's like, "Oh shit, this game is getting good." He had to put his phone in his pocket. I was like, well, that was an accomplishment for me. If I was able to take my teenager to a place that made him actually pay attention and he put his phone back in his pocket, I was like, you know what, Mom? We did good. We did good doing buying these tickets. But yeah, I don't know if you guys watched it, but the last 5 minutes of that game, Miami started coming back. Texas was like they couldn't hit for shit. And next thing you know, Miami tied. They up, they tied. That one will go up. Then they tied. I'm like, ooh, we back and forth. We go, ooh, shit. But you know what? You know what the horrible part of me going to these, and I do that when I go to the Chicago Bulls games too, is that again, I don't have floor seats. I don't got floor seat money. So anybody that would want to give me some floor seats, tickets to like the Bulls or some shit, so maybe I can experience something different, let me know. But I'm always in the nosebleeds, you feel me? So I end up watching, and I mean, you can see the court. It's not like you up there that you really can't see shit. You can see the people, you can see the court. And I'm blind, and I can still see them. You're okay. But I end up watching the Jumbotron versus the actual game on the floor. And so I'm sitting there like, ooh. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm actually at the game. Why am I watching the Jumbotron, which is like you watching TV, and I'm at the fucking game? And I do that here at the basketball game. I told my son, I said, are you watching the game or are you watching the Jumbotron? He's like, I'm watching the game. I'm like, shit, I'm over here watching the Jumbotron. But turned out Miami ended up beating the Texans. Oh man, if you can feel the energy shift in that stadium, oh my God. People were somber. People were talking shit. People were, what the fuck? Now you was just cheering for this fucking team. Now you talking shit? I didn't know college basketball was that serious. I said, all right, kids, come on, because we don't want to get into no fight. I wasn't going for neither one. Nas ended up picking Texas. Mo was like, well, all right, if you go, because my kids are so competitive. He's like, if you going to pick Texas, then I'm going to pick Miami. And Miami ended up winning. I don't know if they did it better or not. I can't remember. My memory's horrible. But yeah, so we had a great time at the game. Um, and then they was like, Ma, we hungry. Look, I am a Mexican mother. I told they asses, you better eat a half a sandwich. You better drink some shit. Cause when we get to this game, I ain't buying nothing. I ain't buying no fucking $6 water. I didn't even buy me nothing to drink because I was like, I'm not spending $15. And the second part was that we was like right first off, them motherfucking stairs. And I know you're trying to cram all these people into this little, we're like sardines in this bitch, right? Them stairs were no joke. Them stairs was like boom, boom. Like I, it was like a half a step. And it was like so steep that I was like, look, I'm a little bit scared of heights. I was holding on to that motherfucking bar. Like I'm not, oh my God. And then having a 7-year-old walking down them stairs, my heart was like, I'm so glad I don't suffer from anxiety because I don't know if I would have got down them fucking stairs. Because them motherfuckers and having a child, and children don't get no fuck. That motherfucker ran down them stairs like it wasn't nothing. I was like, ooh. I said, oh my God. So when we found the seats, I'm give me my seat. Sat in my seat. I said, you know what? I don't give a fuck if y'all gotta pee. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going up them damn steps no more. I'm not coming down them damn steps no more. I ain't doing none of that shit. I might have did it if I was drunk because I wasn't paying no attention. Right now I'm tired and I'm sober. Ain't the bitch ain't moving. I'm right here. So you better wait. Halftime came. I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting my ass for 20 minutes right here. The second half came. I sat right here, but I told them like I don't want to give y'all no food now because we're gonna eat when we leave here. So we left. Then I found the food truck. So when I go to different places, I like to visit restaurants or food that I can't find here in Chicago. And if you give me a food truck, of course I'm going to want to buy some food from there. Because I'm like, do y'all want to go to a restaurant? Do y'all want to, just get some food and go back to the room? Like, what y'all want to do? Then I seen this barbecue place. I'm like, oh, shit, let me get some of this barbecue. It smelled good. It actually tasted good. The chicken. So I ended up getting a half a chicken, half a barbecue chicken that they smothered. They smother every fucking thing in barbecue sauce down there. First off, I did not know that. Second, so I ended up getting a half a barbecue chicken with some collard greens that they mix with cabbage. I ain't never had no collard greens that was mixed with cabbage. I make my own collard greens with just collard greens and smoked turkey. But I was like, with cabbage, I'll try it. The sweet potato, I tried some sweet potato. It was alright. It's just unfortunate because I cook my own shit, and I'm like, I'd have made it better. But the chicken was though. The chicken was fire. The chicken was good. And I ended up getting a hamburger for Nas, not thinking that it was a barbecue truck. I was just thinking hamburger. So, anyways, we got back to the room. It was a half a chicken, so Mo ended up eating, half of my food, and then I opened up the burger. So it's literally a barbecued burger. That's what the fuck. That's what they should have put in the description. Barbecued burger, because I didn't know they put burgers on every freaking thing. You know how to make dressing? No, that's one thing I don't do. I've heard of people making their own dressing. I don't really, I don't want to say I don't care for it, but I really don't care for it. But I know a lady who does that dressing. She talks about it every Thanksgiving. And she actually takes the innards. I don't know if everybody does it this way. Y'all can let me know. But she's also a white lady. But, she cooks some good food. But anyway, she actually takes the inside of the turkey. So the liver, the gizzard, the whatever the fuck comes in that little thing. And they grind it. And they add that, like they cook it, right? But they grind it down. So you can't tell what's what. You just know it's ground meat. And they actually use that in the dressing. And I've tasted it. It actually didn't taste organy. It actually tastes really good. But that's how they make their stuffing. Again, I'm not a big fan. I'll eat a little bit, but I'm not a big fan of it. So no, I don't care to make it. No, I mean, if I come across a man that would like it, I probably would learn how to make it, but ain't nobody care for it around us, so I don't care. Sorry. But I mean, do you know how to make it? Because if you know how to make it, I will always taste test for you guys. Don't worry. I will I will, how do you say, I will borrow you my taste buds and I'll let you know. You feel me? But yeah, no, we ended up just ordering that food. So when he opened up his burger, he was like, "Oh, what's this?" I'm like, "Oh, they put barbecue sauce on it." Now I'm in panic mode because I'm like, "Oh my god!" In my head, I'm like, "This child is not gonna eat this damn burger. It looked good and it smelled good." So I told him like, "Well, why don't you just try it? I have a rule that even though you think you might not like it, you gotta at least try it." Because then you can really say, I don't like it. So he took a bite and he chewing. And this was like the longest fucking chew I've ever heard this fucking kid do. So I'm just staring at him like, fuck, I really don't want to like leave out and then come back because this motherfucker needs some food. He was like, it's good. I'll eat it. I was just like, all right. So the Airbnb um, I got it for 2 nights, right? 3 days, 2 nights. Do you know that all they needed was a pool? If they had a pool, I probably would have stood there another fucking night. But they did not have a pool. But they did have a soccer, like it wasn't the full soccer field, of course. It might have been like a quarter of a field, but still, they had a room that was designated a turf soccer field thing. And it's all enclosed. It's in like their basement per se, and it was all enclosed in concrete. So them boys were kicking that ball. If you guys follow my social media, then you guys probably seen some of that shit that they were doing. This motherfucker had a lounge area, right? A lounge area, not just a room, an area. Because they had multiple places of little couches. They had TVs in there. They had tables where you can have like a little meeting or a gathering. They had a ping pong, little video game. And then if you go to this other room, they had a half a basketball court. On one side of the wall, they had a rock climbing wall. And then on the other side, they had a full volleyball court. and that was like a slash pickleball court, whatever. I don't know what pickleball is. I heard it's getting very popular, but I have no idea what a pickleball thing is. But that's what they were like. Oh, it's a half pickleball court. But so they, man, they went at it. They pshum pshum pshum. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go do this. Do that. I'm just sitting there with my drink. Like y'all can do whatever y'all want to do as long as y'all don't make me do nothing. I played a little volleyball, but I was like, as long as y'all don't make me do nothing, no running, no none of this shit, I'm good. So they tired themselves out. So then we went back upstairs. So then I got ready. You know, you would have thought that after all that fucking driving, I am now working on maybe 3 hours of sleep. I thought I was gonna go up there and knock the fuck out. No. I jumped in the shower. I got ready. I found the bar. This is why I think I have problems. I think I have problems. I will admit I have a problem. I got dressed. The kids were good. They were watching TV, whatever. I left to the bar. I found the bar that was literally, if I could have probably walked there, but I was not gonna walk. That closed at to 3 in the morning. I got in that bitch about 11:30. Got to drinking, got to talking to people. I was talking to the bartender. It was a small little bar, but they had a whole like restaurant side. So I was just sitting at the bar, chopping it up with some people, some local people, some people that were from. I think they were like two people were from Miami. Some other people were from New York, but their family like played whatever. So I was like, oh, so you chit chat. Next thing you know, they closed at 3, and I told myself I probably won't be here till past 1. 2:30. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my ass home because I don't know where I'm at, and I don't need my 3 minute drive to turn into like 15 minutes because then I'm gonna lost. So I ended up leaving about 2:30, and then went home and went knock the fuck out. All of that in one. That was one freaking day. Oh. And then when I got home, let me just tell you, now I got a little drink in me. I was out of there. You know what the lovely part was is that we didn't really have anything planned for the next day. So I was, you know how nice it is because it doesn't happen in my household or for me often where I can like turn off my fucking alarms. Oh my god, that's like somebody giving you a foot rub, and I can do that shit. Like when I can like take off my alarms and just wake up whenever the hell my body wakes up, which was 8 a.m. in the freaking morning anyway, because that's what I'm used to getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning. But either way, it was nice. But we were chilling. When I tell you that tiredness hit me that Monday morning, oh my God, it hit me. But we ended up getting up. We went to go putz around. We ended up getting on that train thing and walked around. We went back to the T-Mobile Center because there was this thing called the college basketball experience. So it almost looked like a museum type of thing or whatever. So we tried to go in there, but of course they were closed on Mondays. But anyways, we kind of like they have like this little area where they have a stage. So I'm like, this is probably pretty dope in the summertime if they have bands out there playing and shit like that. So it was that we went to go eat there, and of course, then I got me some brisket, I got me some little sausage, I got me some chili, green chili, cornbread. It sounds good, don't it? So I want to say I kind of ate my way through Kansas City a little bit. And of course, I gained 3 pounds, and my freaking kid loses 6 pounds. Motherfucker. But yeah, I thought the green chili cornbread sounded good. It was just tasted like cornbread. But it put the idea in my head that I will be trying to make me some green chili cornbread because I can like I can like how would you say? I probably add this little bit of cheese to it too. You know, my cooking brain starts working where I'm like, I think I can reenact this at home. So we're gonna try that. It did not have jalapenos, but I think I want to make mine with poblano peppers. I think I want to do a poblano pepper, which will be my green chili cornbread. We're gonna try it. I think I might add some like cheese to it too. I don't know because they make. I mean, we do it in a tamale form. You know, you ever had rajas or whatever? Isn't that like the poblano pepper? So it's chili with some cheese wrapped in a tortilla, which is the masa, which is like cornbread to me, like the Mexican cornbread, right? So I figured like you can do the same shit, but just do it in cornbread form. And they had the little muffin looking thing, so it's not like a skillet. We can do it in the. I'm telling you, I just all my little cooking brain just went to work and it was like, ooh, we gonna try it. We'll see. I mean, you know what? Easter's coming up. Maybe I'll try it this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much time I have because I'm booked up this whole motherfucking weekend, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I even gotta do fucking Easter basket, and I didn't do none of that shit. Nothing. If I get my kids money, they'll be happy. But I feel bad though because then everybody on Facebook is gonna have their little, oh, look at what I did for my fucking children, and all these fucking super moms with their fucking baskets and money and shit and homemade shit and all of that shit, and I don't do that shit, so I'm just sitting there like paying that $25 at Walmart and shit for cardboard and some damn dollar store fucking toys that they just plaster on a cardboard and dress it up nice. I'm gonna try. I can't. I'm not gonna promise nobody nothing. So check out my social medias at the end of this week to see what my children ended up in their Easter. They're either gonna get an Easter envelope, which my oldest son would probably appreciate, or an Easter basket. Because I try, but I'm busy. But I hate the night. Like I don't do if I don't do it, and we go somewhere, and then they like, oh, look at this humongous fucking Easter basket that they gotta roll in on a fucking dolly for the children, and I'm just like, yeah, my motherfucking year is that for really thing? Yeah, it is. Yes, yes, the fuck it is. And then they like dye Easter eggs. I think my children have dyed, they've only dyed Easter eggs because we were with family. Or I think I did it maybe like twice. My son is 17 years old, and I think I just like people are doing their Easter bunny freaking pictures. I think I did it like shit, maybe twice with Mo. Not a seven, and he has yet to meet an Easter bunny. I know I'm horrible. I'm horrible in those senses. But also, I mean, Easter isn't about the bunny, right? I mean, I'm not super religious, but I'm just saying. But yes, they be Easter basket stunting and shit and basketballs and I'm telling you, they be having fucking dollies and shit. It's just like Christmas part number fucking three. I count their birthday as like number two. But yes, tell me I'm lying, my people. Tell me I am lying. Do you not feel the pressure of getting these fucking Easter baskets up to a certain par? Because then they're gonna go back to their friends and talk about it, compare, and be like, I don't get that, mom. I don't do that, mom. And then my little one watches these stupid YouTube videos of these children of their parents because this is their job to do YouTube videos. And then they be having like the bunny fucking bunny came to our house and then it leaves like all these little bunny tracks and then they got these little like stations where they got to do a project or fucking solve a riddle and then they get a clue and then they go to the next follow the bunny tracks to the next station like they and I tell my son like they can do that because that's their job to create this content for you to watch it. But then I should write a letter to the motherfuckers and be like, put some realistic fucking shit on there because we can have fucking Easter tracks running around the whole damn house with stations and all of that shit. No, it's like a fucking Easter carnival. Who has time for that shit? I don't. I don't. And you know what? I'm gonna stop feeling bad about me not having time for that shit. If you gotta go get a fucking basket at Walmart or Walgreens or whatever the fuck, or Costco, it's probably cheaper at Costco. Somebody got a Costco card I can use? I'll do that shit, but I'm not gonna feel. You know what? Fuck that. I'm not gonna feel bad. Fuck you and your Easter basket. How about that? But in walking around that Monday, we ran across this little Kansas City. I mean, I was trying to talk and shit, trying to get away from this what I'm about to try because I don't know. I don't know if I even want to. I was trying to get somebody to come in here and try it with me, but nobody wanted to. I even tried to get my kids to come on the show. I'm like, you know what? You guys should come on the show with me because we went down there. You guys can, talk about it yourself. So we went to this, like, they call it the Riverfront City Market. So it's like a little, almost like a little flea market, and it reminded me kind of like a little Mexico. So they had it was in, some of it was, most of it was indoors, and it's like these little stores, and then this, it's so little, it's like a room, right, where they have the storage and the kitchen. If it's a restaurant, they have the kitchen, and then they have like maybe three tables in there, and then the rest of it's put out into the walkway where you're walking from. Which I think those restaurants probably have like the fucking best food. And then they had like a little international store, which is like, where you find the Spanish food and all the other shit, right? So, anyways, we ran across this soda store, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting. It was called KC Soda. So they just had like these unique sodas that I guess you wouldn't normally find anywhere else. They had like a strawberry cheesecake Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper, one of them things. I was like, I don't see that at a regular Jewel. So they had all of these like novelty soda things and whatever. So we ended up, so Monday comes, we putzed around or whatever down there. We went and got some ice cream. Now, this ice cream shop had some different ice cream to taste. I ended up getting bacon ice cream, maple syrup bacon ice cream, which was actually tasted pretty good, except until you get them little big old chunks of bacon balls that just when I bit into it, it tasted like grease. So I ended up throwing those at the birds, but we ate them. Nas had some cereal and milk. So basically, that was like vanilla ice cream, which I don't know, even when I was smoking weed, I don't know why I didn't even think of this. It was literally like vanilla ice cream, hence the milk, and they put fruity pebbles in the motherfucker and mixed it up. It was a little sweet for my tasting now, but I know that back then when I used to smoke and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that shit would have been banging. And I think most had some fucking simple cookie dough ice cream, which I didn't think really tasted like anything, but whatever. So, anyways, we did that. We ate. We went back, and we just kind of hung out and let them do their whole little sports thing again because we were leaving out Tuesday. Tuesday comes, right, and we check out, and then I'm like, I look. There was like an I can't even say this damn word. Looking out like bridge deck observatory, whatever the fuck that word is, and it shows you kind of like where back in the day, they like the steamboats would come and delivery. Well, now one thing I will say that I did admire about Kansas City and in that area that we were walking in that morning was a lot of those buildings were like the old style buildings. Like they kept how those buildings, granted that they probably renovated them. So some of them were breweries, some of them were like condos or apartments, but the outside looked just like how I can imagine, like back in those old days when they still had the black and white, movies, and they had those black little boxy cars, and the men were walking with their little Kangos and the lunchbox going to work doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it reminded me of. So we went down this long ass bridge, which scared the hell out of me because I'm just like, and then they even like it closes at midnight. Like, you would not find me on that bridge after the sun went down. No, because this shit looked abandoned when you got to the quarry or whatever the fuck it was we were looking at. No, but it was nice to go just take the kids to go see some shit. We ended up going back to that city market because we were down the street and they wanted to. So we are diner people. We will go somewhere and I don't know. We love diner food. I love diner food. Again, I tell you, we fucking ate our way through Kansas City. And so my son was like, "Oh, mom, look, there's a diner right there." So I'm like, "Okay." We parked the car. We went to the diner. The motherfuckers, they have warning on their menu that says, be careful if you order these pancakes. So I said, I'm not a pancake person, so I ain't eat that shit. I ended up getting their country fried steak and gravy on the side because the motherfuckers be putting too much gravy sometimes. But that's just how I like it. The little one had some pancakes and some bacon, and he ended up ordering those big stack pancakes. When I tell you these motherfucking pancakes were 12 inches, like the size, they were the size of the plate. I was like, boy, you not finna finish. That motherfucker finished all that shit. I'm like, where are you putting this fucking food? Oh, but we ate there. It was nice. It was cute. We ended up going back to that KC shop, and I ended up buying 3 sodas to try in front of y'all. I don't know. So I ended up buying. They ended up giving me in this little cute thing, and I told him, man, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some of these to try in the podcast because I thought it was pretty cool. Now I don't know if those life decisions were the right decisions. So I ended up getting Lester's Fixins. So this is the brand, I guess. If you can see, oh, the other way. Lester's Fixins. So I ended up getting enchilada soda. If you can see that. This fucking has an enchilada. Fucking, oh my God. It says, y'all get your fixins. And it says pure cane sugar. Does that really fucking matter? We got bacon soda. It don't say artificial. Oh, it does say pure cane sugar. Does that like really matter? Ooh. Independence since '96. What's the expiration on this motherfucker? Because I don't know. I'm a little scared. And this one, so I figured we get two of the crazy ones, and this one is a Joneses. I guess maybe this is a different brand. Special release sugar cookie soda. I don't know, y'all. I ain't drinking this whole fucking bottle. This says 160 calories. This is 170. What's the bacon? 170. I don't know. Which one should we try first? The enchilada one? I'm kind of curious about the enchilada one. I don't know. I hope these are twist offs. Oh, yeah, they are. How much sugar in the blue one? Oh my God. You want me to look? Hold on. Total fat 0%. So it's fat free, guys. Sodium 25 milligrams, so 1%. Total carbohydrates 39 grams, so 14%. Total sugar 39. But it's the sugar cookie. And then added sugar, so that's total sugars 39 grams. And then it says included 39 grams added sugar for 78%. So, and zero protein. You're not drinking this for the protein, guys. So this is 80% sugar. But it's a sugar cookie. What is a sugar cookie? It's all sugar, no? So I think we should try the enchilada one. Hopefully I don't fucking throw up on the podcast. That'll be a first. I haven't thrown up on this bitch yet. Oh, I told my children to do this shit with me. And none of y'all motherfuckers want you to come and try this shit with me. So F y'all. Enchiladas. I'm just going to do a little shot. I'm scared. It smells like we're going to do this like it's a wine tasting. You know, Christy should have been in this bitch trying this shit out with me. It's gluten free. Um, it tastes like orange soda, a little bit armpity. Yeah, I'm not. It tastes like orange soda with some like pepper, kind of like some type of like chili powder something. But it smells like when my son needs to put some extra deodorant on. That's what the fuck it smells like. It's yeah, no. I don't know about it fucking enchiladas. That should be armpit fucking soda. Blech. No, that's a negative. Yeah. I don't and they said it though. They put the warning on there. If you guys seen the little video that I posted, it tells you these are gross. So I'm doing it to myself. Hold on. I gotta wash that down with some vodka. All right, we're gonna do baking soda. Oh my god. Can I is this not a twist off? Hold on. Okay. So y'all gonna so I'm gonna show y'all a little life hack, right? So if y'all gotta ever open ooh lighter. So if y'all don't ever have I don't know if y'all ever knew that. Damn, I'm not gonna be able to close it now. Shit. Well, I ain't drinking this shit. It's all right because I'm gonna put it down the drain. Um, if y'all ever have to open up a beer or whatever, and y'all don't have a bottle opener, if you have a big lighter, I recommend big lighters or a seatbelt or whatever. You can just pop it open. I'm ghetto for real. If y'all didn't know, now you know. I'm ghetto for real. Edge of the table. Yeah, that too. But you ain't gonna do that at the edge of this table. But sometimes you can fuck up the table. We fucked up a few of the tables. Unless they're like metal. Oh my god, this piece of hair is getting on my nerves. But yeah, I mean, if you're not a smoker, you won't have a lighter. But you can use the corner um of your seatbelt, any actually a spatula, spoon, fork, knife, whatever, anything with a solid edge you can do. But anyways, oh my, I don't know. I question my fucking life decisions because this was not. It's you know what this? I don't even know if I can taste this one, y'all. I might not. I don't. That one's the bacon one. It's I'm trying to get over the fucking smell. It smells like it's stank. Is what it smelled like. It's stank. I don't even have anything to describe what the fuck is in this cup. All right, I closed my nose. You know what? I discovered something this weekend. So I went out, right? Real quick story. I know I always go into my little stories. So somebody told me that we eat or drink with our eyes, so that it or with our nose also, so that if you hold your breath, right, and then you drink, it doesn't seem as potent, you know, of whatever you're drinking. So, um, they were trying to tell me that Skol vodka was smoother than like Kettle or Tito's. I said, motherfucker, the only one that say that shit are some alcoholics. That you don't even have taste buds no more. Cause you done drank the fucking Skol so damn much. It done burnt all your taste buds in your tongue. That's the only reason why you say that the shit's smoother. No, the fuck it's not. He was like, I swear. I said, no, it's not. So he ended up buying this little bottle, right? So we can try. I said, oh, no, oh. So he was like, hold your breath and taste it. And yeah, you know what? It wasn't as nasty, but it was still fucking nasty. That was just like, I feel like my chin hairs, I done got rid of my chin hairs. I feel like drinking that vodka, done brought them all back just that quick. Don't drink that. If you love your liver, don't drink that alcohol. It's horrible. But anyways, and here I am drinking this nasty ass soda, but I ain't drinking the whole thing. It's a little taste. All right, back to the mission. I was trying to distract myself. That's some nasty ass vodka, girl. That's not vodka. I don't even. That should not be in the category of vodka. They should fucking replace that to the fucking cleaners disinfectant session, because anybody who drinks that shit, you just literally you have like no sensation. I told them you must not have a liver no more. You must not like your shit just don't even function no more. Like your taste buds done got killed off. That should be next to ammonia. You drink fucking Skol vodka, you should be drinking ammonia for all I give a fuck. Whoa. Okay, here we go. One, two, three. It smells so nasty. I don't even want to drink it. Oh, I'm trying to think. You know what it smells like? It smells like a dirty ass sponge that's just been sitting there stank. Like it's just like full of mildew and shit. Like, oh my god. All right. I you know I my shit. That's one made my eyes water. Oof. I don't even know. It has a hint of bacon in there. I will say artificially flavored, but this motherfucker's in there. But it tastes. I can't even describe what the fuck that. It's nasty. That's what the fuck it is. It's nasty. It's not even nasty. It's nasty. Like oh, we can't do that one. Mm-mm. Never again. All this shit. I will keep the bottles empty and just keep them for display for memories. But I will not. Oh no, thank you. All right. Oh, this one was a twist off. Yay. All right. So now this one is the sugar cookie. And I'm not, you know what? After this shit, I was gonna say like, if there's some shit y'all want me to try or whatever, let me know. No, fuck that shit. I ain't doing this shit. No, no, thank you. You can keep whatever fucking suggestions you got to yourself. If it's nasty and none of that shit, I ain't doing that shit. Not gonna happen. No. Oh no, te van a dar chorro. I swear to God, she said, "Oh no, stop drinking that. Te van a dar chorro." That means like it's gonna give me the fucking runs, bitch. It's getting look. Hopefully I'll drink enough vodka that it'll kind of like. I just took a sip, so I ain't drinking the whole thing. But we gonna try this one. Oh, this one smells really sweet. So that's why I wanted to save this one for last. You know what? If it was a choice between the bacon and the enchilada one, I'll drink the enchilada one. Um, but ain't I don't know. I wouldn't be drinking it just to be drinking it because holy freaking shit, shit, who's nasty. All right, so sugar cookie. It smells really blueberry-ish. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all ever had? I don't know, because we from the hood. So in the hood, the corner store sells those long ices or the long popsicle, but not the ones that you would like buy out here at like Walmart and the burbs, the little ones. The long ones that was like red, purple, green, whatever. This reminds me of the blue one that they used to sell as it's not a popsicle, it's that ice in the plastic thing. God, I'm so horrible at remembering any of the shit when I gotta remember the shit. But you know what I'm talking about? They used to sell it. You get it from like $1. All right. This one smells decent at least. Oh, that's sweet. But that's not bad. Actually, don't try this at home, kids. I wonder. Oh, that's much better. Mmm. It's a little sweet for my taste. I probably still add a little bit of water, maybe with some ice cubes. That one's not bad. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be in the gross thing, which I ain't mad at it because you know what they had. If you guys didn't see the video, you can go back to my Sippin and Trippin on Facebook page, or you can find me on Instagram. I think I posted on Instagram too, Sippin and Trippin podcast. Um, they had grass shit that tastes like grass soda, mustard. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what else they had. Um, Pickle. But I was just like, that's pickle juice. I don't know if that would be totally. People be taking that after whiskey, a pickle shot, pickle back, or whatever you call that shit. So I didn't think that was gonna be too nasty. I wasn't gonna try grass, And they had a few other ones that I can't think of right now at the top of my head. But if you wanted to see what else they had, you can go back to the social media pages, and look. I did post a video or reel or whatever of what other ones that they had. But yeah, this one's not that bad, especially now that I added a little vodka to it. Yeah, that was actually, you put some ice, you water that down just a little bit. That one is not that bad. Ooh, but yeah, so we ended up going doing that, and um we left after we actually bought the sodas. We ended up leaving with Kansas City and going to Wichita to go and pick up my mother. Now, so we drove another 3 hours back to Wichita, and what do you call it? Um, went to go spend the night there so that we can be refreshed to drive back from Wichita, Kansas, back here home, right? So I fucking slept on the air mattress. A big bitch should never fucking be on an air mattress. I don't give a fuck how much the bitch costs or what size it is. Look, whoever can sleep on the air mattress, I give you the props. And I know under certain circumstances, some people got to do it, and I get it, and I am not downing you for that. I support you, but I rather have just fucking slept on the floor because first off, my ass probably hitting the floor. It was hot. It's plastic. It was hot. I'm hot already. I woke up. I was felt like I was stuck to the motherfucking glass, to the fucking bed. But anyways, so at least I got some 8 hours of sleep or 9 hours or whatever the fuck. And wait, hold on. I gotta, maybe I'll just dump that in here because I can't get that out of the taste out of my mouth. I'm tasting like the chili from the enchilada, or it's better. Um, but I will say we drove back, which I did follow the route that I was originally supposed to take, which was a way better route, not going through County Line 4 and US, whatever the fuck they had me doing, the going down there. But anyways, I drove back the 10 and a half fucking hours. And I will say, I applaud myself because I did not think I was going to make it, but I made it without cruise control. So I'm just saying, I'm just like, oh, because I thought I could only drive 8 hours. I actually made the 10. We came back at 11 o'clock at night or whatever the fuck. Went and picked up my dog. Came back, unloaded the car, and I came back to work the next fucking day. I don't know how I did it. I don't know. I just actually had a customer today was I say, I know this is probably the wrong word. He's like, but you're like bipolar, man. Your ass be like boom, boom, here, there, everywhere, and whatever. And I just feel like, and even actually reiterated the trip more. I know I probably wasted a lot of time in this fucking car. People were like, you could have just flew down there and whatever. But you know what? It was peaceful. It was quiet. I listened to my music. I had time to think about a lot of shit that I needed to think about. My kids, I thought they were gonna complain more, but they did not. They was they was looking at they shit like I was like, gone are the days when motherfuckers used to be in there singing their whatever the fucking car ride songs were. I can't remember none of them. I don't think I ever sang any of them. And we used to just look out the window. Like I was thinking about, like I was looking at my kids under technology, and I'm like, we didn't have none of this shit. Oh, wait. So one more thing before I let y'all go. So I know people in the South do shit different that I ain't never seen before. And I ain't never seen this shit before. So while we were on this um Wichita or whatever, it was on the way to Wichita, right? It was a turnpike. Speed limit 75. We do it 85, 90, right? And it was just like it was an open range field. I mean, it was gated, of course, for these cows. and we're horrible because I told my son, I said, man, look at all these damn cows. Kind of make you have a feeling for a steak, right? But anyways, so on the way to go pick up my mother, I said, man, I got nervous because I'm like, whoo, you smell smoke? I smell smoke. And then all of a sudden, we hit this fucking big ass cloud of smoke. Like, shit was on fire. Do you understand that I looked to the left of me and the whole fucking field, that whole field where we just seen cows at 2 days ago was on fire. Like, fire. And then we look at, but it looked like it was a controlled fire after we done calmed down. And I'm like, okay, it's not the car. The cows ain't fire. We don't smell fucking burnt meat. Like, we all right. And I was like, why the fuck is this shit on fire? And I'm like, do they not like cut the grass? They just like burn the motherfucker up, and then like Mother Nature will end up regrowing. I don't know. That shit looked crazy. And then the next day on the way back, now we're coming back home, right? That same field that was on fire was just now charred and black. It was the weirdest thing. So I don't know, any of you country people that might so happen to be watching the Sippin and Trippin show, if y'all can let me know, is that how y'all cut your grass? Or like there's probably enough fucking cow shit to like keep the fire burning, or like do you put something on there to make your grass fucking burn? I was just curious. Maybe if I Google it, but I'm lazy. So I wish just like somebody to tell me what the fuck it is. Because I probably won't Google it. Which I probably should. But I probably won't. Because I'm horrible at that. Unless we're having a debate about it, then I'll Google shit to be like, yo. But yeah, so that was that trip. Some other shit happened last week, but that's just for my personal friends to know because they know what happened. But yeah, that was the trip. We actually have another family trip coming in about another month or so. We're going to Cancun, baby. So after that trip, man, look, I better be out here looking like a Hawaiian goddess when I come back from that trip. You better have a tan. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? But yeah, so that's pretty much that sums up that trip. So yeah, I like the experience of Kansas City. I don't know. The people were nice. I don't know if I'll go back. Maybe to visit the family again. I don't know, because I'd rather be in Kansas City checking some shit out versus Wichita. I don't know what Wichita had for us, but we'll see. But yeah, no, that was our trip. The one thing that I did notice that we did end up finding them. So when we were walking down the downtown area, I looked at them on why the fuck did I even have this thought? I was like, yo, I ain't seen not one pigeon yet. Like, well, Kansas City don't got pigeons. They ain't got no birds. Like, we seen little birds, right? But they ain't had no pigeons. No, like none of that shit. And I'm just like, not people pigeons, pigeon, bird pigeons. So I'm like, what the fuck? Ain't no pigeons. But when we went to that city market and they had those little canopy things, I was standing over and I was like, oh, I smell a pigeon. You can smell that fucking pigeon shit. I smelled that shit. I was like, oh, we found them. So they do have pigeons. But for them 2 days, I was like, I ain't seen one pigeon in the downtown area. Do they keep them out of the downtown area? Because our fucking pigeons attack us, goddamn it. Shit on us, attack us. Chicago pigeons don't give no fuck. The Kansas City pigeons, they just kept today by the water. You feel me? They just like, you tourists can do whatever you want to do. Chicago pigeons be woo. They attack your shit, fucking grab fucking food out of your own goddamn hand. Them Chicago pigeons on some G shit. They don't get no fuck. So, on that note, I think I will let you guys go. Hopefully, um, I know I fucking probably talked your ear off. I still have that fucking nasty ass taste in my mouth. This shit. Ugh. So hopefully you guys mark it in your calendars. Ooh, one thing. Remember I told y'all about this like 6064? He's got the date. Mark it in your calendars right now. I'm telling you right now. August 25th. I believe that's a Friday. So if you want to see me do my thing on the stage, Catch me that Friday. I want to sell that bitch out. I want all my people in that motherfucker. You feel me? So if you ever wanted to come and meet me, or ever wanted to have a fucking drink with a bitch, or just come over and just talk some shit, that's where you're gonna find me. August 25th, a Friday. But mark this one in your calendars too. The next show will be April 19th, and I'm actually gonna take it back to the south side. I am going to be on location at Carlito's Way in Blue Island. So any of my people that are down in that area, you want to pull up on a bitch, that's when we'll be at that Wednesday, April 19th at Blue Island at Carlito's Way. I'll be with my homeboy Carlos. He asked me, was just like, yo, motherfucker, it's been a minute. You ain't been down here. And I said, you know what? Say less. I'm pulling up. We're gonna do a show together. We're gonna chop it up, catch it up, see what he's been up to. Yeah, I haven't been down there, I think, since the end of last summer and some shit. So I'll chop it up, catch up with the boy. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hearing my Kansas City story. And some other shit went down, but I won't see it on here. So whoever's nosy and wants some cheese, man, let me know. But other than that, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate if you give me a heart, a like, share, do something. All right. Y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'm out.